We're just playing the Schedule 1 soundtrack these days. It's a Schedule 1 stream. Hell yeah. Last time we were here, we made some post-processing changes. What else did we change? I don't remember. Yes. Oh, we worked on the crawling. Yeah, we worked on the crawling. We made it so we can crawl under objects and stuff, and that actually changes your character. We should make it so it actually changes the animation, at least our very placeholder animation that we have in place. We should try to get that going as well. Oh, yeah. We should do that. Let's see here. This is our current crouching animation. But we should make a two-step process. Yeah. One that's for crouching and one that's for crawling. Yeah, we have is crouched in here. But then we have an is prone state in here. Okay. Okay, here's the idea. Here's the stupid idea. We'll call this crouch phase. If we're crouching, let's just do this. This is gonna be really stupid. Dude, get this off of my screen. Okay, hold on. Crouch phase, if we're prone, will be set to 1. I'm doing this in a really stupid way right now. Oh my god. But whatever. If we're crouched, we'll set this to 0.5 or 0.6. Yes. So instead of a Boolean value in here, then we'll do something different. I know this is really stupid. I know. Listen, a lot of things in here are really stupid. Okay? There's a lot of things that are really dumb in here. Okay, so that means... Why is everything dark in here all of a sudden? When we're crouched, we're like that, but when we start crawling... Great. Very good. It gets the first pose, but then it doesn't get the second. Of course. Yes. When we go prone, it is not replicated. Even though you would think. Oh. Let's just do this in our set stance. We'll do this. We'll set this to true. Wants to crawl. If false, wants to crawl, set to false. And then I think we should be good. Guys, everything's broken. What happened? Guys, what happened? What happened? Why did it break? So we're doing a binding. But we also bind the stance. So I don't understand why. Why is this broken? That boolean should not. We don't need that boolean. So I don't understand why this isn't working. I'm really mad. I'm really mad. Sass, how's it going, Zent? Hello. What am I working on today? Entire video game. The entire video game. The entire thing. All of it. The entire thing. Everything. Everything. I don't know why it's not working. The crouch phase, for some reason, only gets when we're crouched. Not when we're prone. Is this current stance not printing is prone? Let me see here. Weird pink pixel. Oh. It's never printing that we're going prone. So that would probably explain it. We never print that we are going prone. Oh, because it's checking if we're in horizontal, and that's what defines it as. Okay. If the collision half height is less than okay, hold on. All right, we're good. Now we should start seeing that on the clients. Crimson has 10 screens. He's modeling and texturing at the same time. You'll see 1% of his daily output. I wish. Delta? Duck, how are you? How are you? Corrado, hello. Good to see you. All right. Now we're cooking. Damn, his capsule collider is like really small, even in crouch pose. We could probably change that a little bit. All right. What did I put in my spaghetti today? I actually haven't eaten anything. I haven't eaten anything. So nothing. Hold on, I gotta wipe my nose. No overnight oats? I haven't made overnight oats in a while. What games are legal to make and which ones are not? That probably depends on the country you live in. I'm going to be honest. That probably heavily depends on the country you live in, to be honest. Hey, Krim, can you give me legal advice? No. No. I am not a lawyer, nor can I give legal advice. In China, not many are legal. Isn't there like a thing? Is it China where it's like skeletons are not allowed to be on in games? You literally cannot have a skeleton. And like can't have flesh, blood, bunch of shit like that. Yeah. No gore allowed there. Yeah, basically. They're losing all the good stuff. There's like games where they have to mod the game where certain character models are just completely different. And the gore is like a completely different color and all this stuff. It's like... What a headache, man. Put that ball on the grill. Put that ball on the grill. Is Super High available in China? Somehow. We don't talk about it. We don't mention it. Okay? We don't mention that. Anyways, what are you guys up to on a Tuesday? Do you mean it's available on the Chinese Steam version? I have... no idea how it's being sold in China, but it is. I don't know how people are buying it in China. I don't know if there's Chinese Steam. I don't know if that's a completely different submission process. I do not know. I don't know. We just don't talk about it, okay? How many copies have sold in China? I can give you guys a percentage. I don't know if I'm going to get the real numbers, though. It's a regional sales report. Let's see here. Okay, I'm not getting like an actual 100% accurate number because actually, hold on, maybe I should just... I'd have to log in my other account, which I don't really care for right now. So this isn't like 100% accurate. It's this number is probably a lot higher, but it says 8%, rounding up, of units. 8% of units are from China. But I'm pretty sure if I were to look at my other account, which has more accurate, like, all rounded numbers, it'd probably be like 12%. Pretty sure. Yeah. I'd have to log into my other account, though, to see the other numbers, which I can. Let's see, log out. Hold on, let me hide my camera real quick while I do this. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the number is way higher. China. Oh, wait, no, actually, it's not a lot higher than I thought it was. It is 8.2%. I swear I thought it was like 10. Yeah. And that is only 5% of the revenue. So they split it up into units versus revenue. Yeah. Yes. The United States obviously has the highest unit count. USA, USA. Yeah, yeah. How much is Germany? Good thing I blocked my screen. That appeared on my main monitor. Germany is 5.5% of the units with 6.4% of the revenue. It's one of the few countries where the revenue percent is actually above the unit percentage. Which one has the worst ratio? I wonder. Oh, it's probably... No. Interesting. Yeah, Germany's pretty, like, up in the list. What about Turkey? Turkey is 0.6% of the revenue with 1.3% of the units. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep. Not Turkey. Oh, the other Turkey. I have no reports from the other Turkey. So 0 probably. The other Turkey. Yeah, I searched that one up. I can't find anything. So I don't think Steam... I don't know how Steam would actually do sales from... Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's just Turkey. Turkey. It's Turkey. It's turkey. Is there another turkey that I don't know about? Thanksgiving past, old man. What do you mean? All right, we got proning in. Very cool. Because for some reason I accidentally forgot to put that mode in. Even though it was changing our movement speed. Or I think it was. Was it? It's turkey, not turkey. All right, chat. How do you pronounce turkey? Hmm? Am I uploading this on Steam? Yes, probably. Turkey's a bird. We're not a bird. Well, you could be a bird. And I could be a turtle. Think about it. I could be, you could be a bicycle. And I could be a bicycle. If I had two wheels, I'd be a bicycle. Is there a demo yet? No. No demo yet. I could be an avocado. Why would you want to be an avocado? Is it a horror co-op game? Yes, kind of. Gamir, how's it going? Welcome. Do I think I can make it into February's Next Fest? Bro, I don't think so. When's the next fest after that? In a year? No way. Don't they do 2 Next Fests every year? You got me. I only know the next fest. I swear they do 2 a year. If it's not February, it'd probably be like August or something. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Hold on, I gotta sign in. Never mind. It signed me in. What? It just automatically signed me in. February. That's the only date I can see. I don't think I could make it in, like that could be a crazy date to work towards. Survival game? I wouldn't really say it's like a survival game. Like, there's survival elements, but... What's this YouTube link, Maverick? Back when art was real. Where'd you learn how to make games on Unreal, and what about Unity? Do you know this one too? Trying to be a game to myself. I sold my soul to a demon and spent 10 years working on it. And I'm still a noob. I don't know Unity. I used Unity for a week when I first started game development. There's a minimum 4 weeks before to submit also. Like, you can submit without having, like, a game there. I'm pretty sure Agamatic, technically. I think it's just a case of like, will I actually be able to reach that date? I don't know. With like branding, a trailer, screenshots, all that stuff. Like, we could set an internal date for our own little Next Fest to have like a demo or something. It can't be that hard. You know, game development's not that hard. You just have to know how to do art, UI, UX, programming, game programming, animation, visual effects, modeling, texturing, marketing, business, video editing, branding, anything with an ing at the end of it, sound designing, music. Yeah, no, it's not that bad. Skill issue. I skipped the music part. I let someone else handle that part. I just learn by doing, man. Just learn by doing. Have no expectations. Just get in there and just make shit. You'll figure out if you actually want to do it or not within like a few weeks. There's a couple of timeline sections to be wary though for certain things. Let's see. If you plan on having a demo live for press preview, you must submit your demo build review by this time or risk missing the deadline. Four weeks prior. And what'd you say is February what? Ain't no fucking way. That's a month. Yeah, I don't think we can make it. I don't think we can make it, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I'm really slow. Like, I would have to just neglect all adult priorities, like everything, and just be like, video game. Ordering food every day. Where did I learn it? Was it an online course or something? Honestly, I just made stuff. Most of it's like YouTube, reading some of the documentation, reading some stuff online, seeing how other people made stuff as well helped a bit. Variety of places. I didn't take any online courses. Or at least I don't remember taking any online courses. I literally bought so many like C++ courses and I haven't even watched them. So, that being said, this is like over a time span of like 12 years. So like starting out was obviously different than starting out now. But honestly, yeah, a lot of it is self-teaching. Like, just go through the struggles yourself. You got to go through the paces. Got to go through the paces. "10 years and selling your soul to the devil" is real AF. Yeah. I remember when I bought a C++ course and I started watching and I couldn't understand shit about it. I got so mad. You definitely got to be in the right like mindset. And I don't know, courses for me just don't click. It just doesn't click. For me, what clicks is trying to do the thing in a context of actually working on something and then just learning as I go. Do I have a job? No. I don't have a job. I'm unemployed. I'm unemployed. This isn't a job. This is me fucking around with some software. This ain't a job. How do I get money then? Selling games. Okay. Let's get started. Let's do some stuff. Let's get some work done. Let's get some shit going. Okay. So it's a job? No, I don't view it as a job. I don't like viewing it as a job. It's a privilege. That's what it really is. Yeah. It's not a job. I don't have a job. I'm unemployed. Whenever I write my taxes, they ask me, am I employed? I say, no. I'm not employed. I'm unemployed. You know, take her. Yeah, I don't like viewing it as a job. I don't know. I think when I start viewing it as a job, I treat it differently in a way that I don't like treating it. And then I feel like I don't feel like doing it for some reason. I don't know why. So I view it as just me doing something cool, I guess. Or hopefully cool. Okay, so I think the stamina would go into the component. What's the point of the stream? I don't know. I just fucking sit here and talk. Any additional questions? Got any more in your back pocket there? What's the meaning of life? What was the number? 62? 26? 24? 42? 41? I forgot what the number was. I haven't seen that movie in so long. 32. $67. No, it's not 67. Fucking Zoomers. 42. 69. I'm pretty sure it's 42. Everybody shut up. Yeah, everybody, yeah. Yeah, everybody shut up. I got weirdos in my YouTube chat. Guys, stop it. Stop being weird. I got to do 5 push-ups. All right. Okay. All right, done. Can we see the forum? No, I gotta. I'm not just lying on the ground. No, I'm doing 5. I'm not lying on the ground. I can't show my form because I got an air mattress in here right now, okay? Temporarily. I'm doing good, Jovix. How are you? How do I purge my YouTube chat? There needs to be a purge. There needs to be a purge. Mods? Mods. 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 Where's the mods? Already preparing for the all-night sessions that hit February next fest, I see. That's not happening. I don't think that could happen. I'm too slow, man. I'm too slow at working on stuff. Okay, I want to make sure that we have all of this stuff put on the Trello so that I can delete it. Where would that go? Where's that? Inventory system? Hold the item to swap if inventory is full. Sure, let's just put this here. Okay, we can delete that later. Hiding in spaces. I think we changed the name of that to hiding spots. Am I trying to make any DLC or paid content? No, probably not. If you mean for like suit for hire or whatever. Okay, done. I must have missed the stream where a nuclear bomb was added. That trouble list escalated quickly. What do you mean? The nuclear bomb was always here. What about making the game paid? Of course you're going to do it, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm making the game paid. Are you fucking kidding me? What do you take me for? A brokey? Or pori? Or whatever? What was it that, Pokimane said? Was it brokey? Was that what she said? Another guy who loves money, man. What's going on with this world? Real, man, real. I should just go homeless, honestly. Release the game, go homeless. Thoughts? Anybody? Yeah? Good idea, huh? If you're a broke boy, just say so. Ah, that's it. That's the one. Broke boy can't buy a little indie game. Oh, that's so funny. What don't you get about starving artists? You can't skip the starving part. I'm not an artist. I'm a guy who uses Unreal Engine. I'm just a guy who opens up a piece of software, and that's it. That's all I do. I'm not an artist. I'm not a game developer. I don't care about titles. I'm just a guy who's living life, or trying to. I don't care about these titles anymore. Shit's fucking stupid. I didn't even see that comment. Dude, it's not even in the, it's not even in my, how did that pass through? All right, well, I guess we're turning that off today. I literally, I don't see it in my chat. Don't shoot. Don't worry, brother. I got you. There you go. Where are these weirdos coming from? I think they're, all a part of the same group. Is it still on screen? I don't think it's on screen anymore. Yeah, I think we're turning off YouTube chat for today. I'm sorry, YouTube chat. You've lost your privileges for today. I had high hopes for you. But maybe that was my mistake. Maybe that was on me. Having too high hopes. Maybe that's on me. Maybe that's on me. Don't worry, I'll turn it back on in like 5 minutes. I didn't even see that, dude. My thing's on top chat. So for some reason, live chat is like a completely different system. I don't know why it's on top chat. So I didn't actually see that message that you guys were referencing. What did I miss? Show me. No, you're fine, Bluetooth. Don't worry. Sit down, have a cup of coffee. What's my stance on game piracy as a game dev? If you don't mind sharing your opinion. I've already talked about it before. I think I just don't have an opinion about it anymore. Finally need to do multiplayer for this friendslop. We've been working on multiplayer. That's probably why like a lot of the progress is slow, because every time I have to do something, I have to take into account multiplayer. You're the guy who was saying the shorter version a few times. When that happens, I just have to assume that that person is not trying to say it maliciously. I don't know. I think that word just... This is coming from a white boy, obviously, but like, I just don't think that word should exist because... But I understand like some of the reasonings as to why it exists, but I also just don't think it should because I feel like it's... I don't know. I just don't think it should. But that's just me. That being said, I'm white, so I guess I don't have any say in any of this subject, so... yeah, my opinion is about piracy is I just don't really care anymore. There's no way of controlling it. There's no way of doing anything. Like, trying to work against it just harms your regular people that want to play and buy the game. Yeah. Hot take before the 1 hour mark. Let's go. No, I'm not white. I'm European. That's how I should say it. I'm European. There's a difference. I'm a Caucasian. Yeah, yeah. Whatever that means. Look at those beautifully aligned blueprints. Yes. Ugh. So we need to get a stamina system in. We'd probably put it in here because we have the sprinting system in here. Now, how do we replicate a stamina system in here? Well, I guess we can just... Oh my god. Pre-player tick? Called for locally control. Processed by the player controller. Yeah, freak, how's it going? Lose hair to protect your shit and fail miserably? Dude... There's so much nuance when it comes, and so many different perspectives and opinions about piracy that to this point, at this point, I'm kind of like, the fuck am I supposed to do? You say one thing, you have a specific opinion, and then you get shot by one side. So it's like, I just don't care anymore. I'm in the middle. Yeah, call me a centrist. Yeah, whatever. I just don't. No, you know what? I'm not even in the center. I'm on the sidelines. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, whatever. Because there's the opinion where it's like, there's certain places of the world where money's very hard to come by, and the translation rates are very difficult, or maybe they don't have access to certain internet, you know, like Steam. So it's like the only way for them to play it is to pirate it. So it's like, okay, well, okay, all right, well, you know, I get it. And then there's certain people that pirate the game, but they have money, and it's kind of like, well, I don't know, you know, maybe we should support the developer. And then there's other opinions where it's like they pirate the game to use it as a demo, to try out the game. And then it's like, well, that's kind of sketchy, and maybe not the best, but, you know, I get it. It's like, well, what are you going to do with a hooker? Is it, you know, you going to do a trial with a hooker and then not pay her, or something like that? You know, I don't know. It just seems a little odd. But then you can't have any opinions, because then you get shot for whatever opinion you have. So it doesn't matter anymore. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Shoot this guy. Who cares anymore? That's my opinion. My opinion of piracy is, what are you going to do? 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 What can you do? What can you do? I know one thing for certain, though. This game will have some level of anti-piracy, unintended, because of the fact that it's going to require Steam access. Devs having opinions these days is just a haunting waiting to happen. You get shot for saying anything as a developer. It's crazy. If you call someone an idiot, you get shot for that. So if you can't control a problem, use the problem. Yeah, you know, try out a hooker. Yeah, they have a Next Fest at the brothel near me. Yeah, they're doing demos. You get set to this whole new standard and you're no longer an ordinary somebody. I don't know, man. Gamers get to say all this shit and then devs can't say shit back to them. I think that's I'm gonna say it. That's some wussy behavior. You know what I mean? You get to say all this shit and like send death threats. Hey, how about this one? I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something spicy. Oh, hey. Gamers keep telling us to kill ourselves. How about? How? Well, I got one for. What are the specs of your PC that you run Unreal on? It's i9 numbers 12900. What are the specs, chat? It's a 3070 Ti with an i9 12900 with 64 gigs of RAM. Blah blah blah. I got a mouse. I got a keyboard. Mouse pad. Table. Chair. 64 gigs of RAM, bro's rich AF. Well, this was pre AI RAM prices. I thought you had a 4070? No, I got a 3070. Yeah. Consumer entitlement, I guess. I don't know. Talking shit on the corporate account is bold. We should start that, though. Like, dude, we should start that. Thoughts? You could look based AF. Being the developer that talks back at the absolute stupidity that I've had to read. That backfired on FFmpeg. The Twitter dude got fired. Yeah, well, I'm my own boss, so who's going to fire me? Just got to build up your cult following? Yeah, you do kind of need a cult following, don't you, huh? How do you translate your game? Like for localization? How do I do stamina replicated? How do you do it? I paid a company to localize the text, and then I put it into Unreal's localization dashboard. It was about 10 cents per word. Which I'll probably do the same for this game. At some point. At some point, yeah. I would prefer not having that much text in the game, though, if possible. Doing the minimal amount of text. They charge per word, at least for me, yes. I'm pretty sure that's like generally the industry standard is around that number. It's like 10 cents per word. Sometimes it's a little less, sometimes a little more. Depending on if your game is enormous, there's a potential chance where it's a little different. Like you could probably get a different system, but yeah. It would cost more per letter. We should all start using the German language. Just long ass words. And then that way we save money on translations because it's just a bunch of long ass words. They don't charge per letter. You might as well make the most out of your money. That's the thing, Bill. You have to kind of just like go off of trust that the people that are doing it are doing an actual proper job of it. Sometimes it is a little bit like, you know, like, and that does become a factor. There's some languages I had to, there was some like missing words and I just didn't want to like redo another contract or another kind of like job with the localization company. And I had to kind of do it myself. So I used DeepL and all that kind of stuff for machine translating. DeepL could save you wonders. Yeah, but then you lose out. Like, the thing is, so with localization companies, there's two separate things you technically have to pay for. One is the initial localization, and then you have to do localization QA, right? And that is usually a lot more pricey. Because they go into your game, they check if things contextually work, if they're actually like proper and whatnot. Yeah, we had some localization issues because there was for some reason, the way that Unreal, because what I was doing is I would copy paste a bunch of lines and then put them back and forth. The way that Google spreadsheet organizes something letter-based or whatever is different from how Unreal does it. And so some things got scrambled and some languages got fucked and I had to manually go in and check each of these things myself. That was great. Yeah, context is like a big one. So yeah, DeepL can maybe get you halfway there, but you'll probably end up with like in some shit. But yeah, there is a level of trust that needs to go in with the translation company to an extent as well. That trusting that they're actually doing a good job reading the description / context that you're providing them. I think I probably still have the localization file. I can show you guys the type of shit that I had to like do. Yeah, it's fucking long. Hold on. I had to restrict access. I forgot that this shit was open. Yeah, so different languages in here, different descriptions for each thing that requires more context. Yeah, bunch of stuff. Good times. Good times. I hate localization. It's a fucking pain in the ass. Not that much text in my game anyway. Dude, my game didn't even have that much text, and it still was a pain in the ass. What's the song? This is your sign to stay alive by 1,000 eyes. Did I make good progress today so far? Hey, we did a whole ass 0% progress. Yeah, huge. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. 10 cents sounds like big money if I was translating. I could see it being like a pretty good business endeavor. Yeah, for sure. But translating text is not as easy as just knowing the language. Like there is some skills to it. For sure. Okay. Stamina system. Like, I don't know. Let's just do it and then see where we get. See where we go from here. We'll do 100 stamina. Let's just do decrement stamina as a function here. Or reduce stamina. I don't want to say decrement because that might not be correct. We're going to do this all locally first. I might just make the stamina local. Not very good, because obviously, you know, cheaters, but whatever, who cares? It's a friendslop game. We would assume that, you know, people don't cheat in a friendslop game. Right? Surely, right? No one would cheat in a friendslop game, right? Right. You know what's really weird, chat? Do you guys want to know something? You guys know how we turned off the YouTube chat on the screen? All of those people that randomly came in all at once are just no longer here. They just wanted a little bit of attention. Did school end and they needed more attention? the few people that were being kind of weird. We could probably turn this back on. School ends at 3 p.m. Yeah, I know, but like different time zones and shit. Is it really 3 p.m.? Is that actually when school ended? At, usually? I feel like it was like 2 p.m., was it not? I don't know, I haven't been in school in like 10 years, I think. Has it been 10 years? Damn. Damn. So, wants to sprint and moving on ground. Reduce stamina. We'll reduce the stamina. We should technically use the delta time. Well, let's do this real quick. I did this incorrectly. I'm a doofus. Mine ended at 4 to 5 p.m. sometimes. What the hell? That's a full-ass job. They should have paid you being over there. What the hell? Yeah, that's definitely being eaten a lot more. So we need to use the delta time in here. The current move delta time may not be equal to the frame delta time. I guess let's just do move delta time. Turns the delta time for the current move execution. The move delta time is not necessarily equal to the current frame delta time. Okay, we need to do frame delta time for this. So I think that's world delta seconds. My school was from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. with mandatory homework every day. Prison? Prison? Okay, I think that's correct. We had disciplinary officers roaming around with batons. Yep, it was prison. It was prison. Jevin, thank you for the raid. How's it going? How it doing? How it doing? Job is censored. Job. Oh, dude. Have you considered getting an employment contract within a company? No. 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 Me? No. Job? No. Contract? No. Employment? No. Another company? Hell no. You should just straight up ban people for saying job. We're hard on damage event debugger and IMGUI and it got working well. Dude, hell yeah. Hell yeah. How'd you guys say IMGUI? Do you say IMGUI or... What does IM stand for? Immortal? Immortal GUI. Gooey. Gooey. I am gooey. 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 Yo, watch this. I'm gonna lift this ball with this cube. Immediate mode graphical user interface. You fucking loser. You Googled it. Asshole. We're trying to have fun here and you Googled it? God. I used to do contract work, yes. I did. Okay, we want the stamina to be like a pretty sorry, resetting. A pretty important part of everything. So we not 109. I don't want to run out too fast, but I also don't want players to abuse it. How did I manage to find that contract work? That specific contract work was nepotism. My father knew someone and they were looking for a position and I applied with my portfolio and everything and my demo reel, and they saw my demo reel and they liked what I do and I fit the description of what they needed. And that was basically it. That's some sauce. Thanks for sharing, bro. Hey, thank you. Anyway, who's next in the Developers Anonymous? Bluetooth, would you like to speak on some of the things you may have experienced within the space? Don't say you're unemployed. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Don't talk. Next person. Who's next? Developers Anonymous. Art and game dev is in such shambles that I can't even get freelance gigs anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's like right now because I haven't been looking for work. I'm extremely privileged to even have a game that I sold and it's doing well, and now I'm full-time on it. So it's like, definitely I'm in a privileged situation. So I have no clue what the job market is like. All I know about the job market is seeing it through other people from an outside lens. And it sounds like ass. It sounds like straight ass. I think we can all agree that companies right now are big pieces of shit. Now, they always have been, but now they're like really big pieces of shit. I don't know. The whole AI thing just exacerbates everything. It just makes it way worse. I knew you did well, but I thought you were still working as a freelancer or something? No. Thank God. I can focus just on this, which is really nice. And I do take it for granted because I don't work 8 hours a day. I don't know how people do it, dude. I don't know how people work 8 hours a day. I don't know how they do it. How do they do it? How the hell do they do it? It's called not being lazy? The fuck? What the hell is that? That's a lie. Don't even fucking lie with me, okay? It's not even... Dude, don't fucking lie to me. When people go to an office, they don't work for 8 hours straight. No. Realistically, out of those 8 hours, they maybe work like 2 hours. Realistically. Okay? The other 5 hours is them jerking off or drinking coffee or going to meetings. Other 6 hours, not 5. I can do math. The most useless shit ever. I think realistically, most people probably actually work like 4 productive hours a day. I work 6 to 10 hours at an office, but it varies. What the hell? You know, 1 hour of going to the coffee machine and the back. I don't know, dude. When you hear stories of like really successful people, it's like, yeah, I used to work like 10 to 12 hours a day. I call fucking bullshit. I'm gonna say it. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. I think what they mean is they stared at their screen like me for like 6 hours straight until something clicked in their brain. Restaurant server works for like true 8 hours. Okay, I mean like office job or like developers or software developers and whatnot. I'm sure like working in other spaces like a warehouse, which is what I used to do. That shit sucked. Or whatever. Some warehouses, bro, or like okay, there's certain jobs where you're like idle, like probably like half the time. Those are the jobs you want. It's to get a hot chocolate, by the way, not coffee. Yeah. Loki do 4 days of work in 1 day. I have spurts of productivity that like come out, but why is my Notion over here? You should be over here. The fuck? When I worked at SeaWorld here in Florida, I would spend half the day on the second level of one of the show stadiums just watching the roller coaster go around, staring at the sky. Don't worry, I won't tell your past employer. Yeah. Maybe people would work more if they got paid the full value of their labor. Hey, hell yeah. That's what I'm fucking saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm fucking saying. Dude, real. Have I ever told you guys this story? I think I have. There was a guy, so me and my partner went to, she needed a new phone. We went to like a phone place and the manager there was helping us. And dude was like funny. He was like super like quick and kind. He knew what he was doing. He did like other people's jobs as well. He was chill as fuck. But he was like actually doing his job. You know, there's certain people that do a job, but they're like chill, but they don't do their job well. This person was like chill and really good at doing their job and like knew what they were talking about. Were honest about like, this phone's good, this one's shit. Don't buy this one. And then at the end of it, he was like, yeah, hold on, I have to register and clock in for my second job. And I was like, in my head, I was like, bro, this guy's doing above and beyond at this one job and has to have a second job. It's fucking crazy, man. That's just crazy. The world we live in. You know what I mean? The world we live in. Where am I? Okay, we have stamina. Now let's make it so that stamina's in here. It's crazy. It's so true, though. JetBrains writers jank. That's not a real that's not a real comment, right? Like I'm not like actually reading that. Move over to Visual Studio. From one thing to another piece of shit. I don't know. I haven't used the latest Visual Studio. Apparently, the latest Visual Studio is not that bad. Can I show you the illustration that a real artist did for the game I'm working solo? Yeah, let's see it, Ripper. Post up an Imgur link or something. You can wait 8 hours without thinking because you're getting a constant feedback loop of other people feeding your creativity and inspiration, but that's at a healthy, non-toxic studio. Yeah, well, I work at a toxic, not healthy studio, aka me, my office, in my apartment, job, studio. The hell's going on in my brain? Taking naps in the men's locker room because all my managers are women, so it wouldn't know I'd get cut. That's crazy. Did you hear about that great idea that lets you gamble while you wait for the neural net to supply answers to provided prompts? Oh, we're going full circle, huh? Are you hiring? I can even sleep on that air mattress. What would you do, huh? What would you do? Get me coffee? That's convincing, actually. That's convincing. I can handle a bit of C++. How much are we talking? 2 lines of code? That's enough for me. That's enough for me. 2 lines per hour? Yo, that's even more than I thought. Minus, is it min or is it max? Max. It's max. Max gives you the number that is higher. No, wait, no. Yes. Right? Melissa, are you hiring AI artists? Don't call yourself an artist if you do AI. Yeah, I said it. Bring back the sofa? It's gone, man. It's gone. It's in the dump. Or hopefully someone else was able to take advantage of that sofa. Here you go. Gotta change the logo though. I'm gonna be real with you. The logo needs a bit of work. The logo needs a bit of, or the typography. It's great. Yeah, hell yeah. I don't know if the typography is temporary. I would assume it is. Grim, would I ever play Escape from Tarkov? Not these days. No. I really regret spending however much fucking money the EOD edition was. Prompt jockeys? Now that is a saying. These are real jobs, by the way. I've seen that shit on LinkedIn. That's why I deleted LinkedIn a long time ago, because I knew this shit was coming. Okay, so now that we have decrementing stamina, we now need to put in a system to bring the stamina back. You bought EOD? Yeah, I bought it pre-Ukraine war. And I wish I could get my money back. I'm working on a networked actor pooling plugin to share with cool people when it's ready. Do you want to try it out? A networked actor pooling plugin. Networked actor pooling. What do you mean by networked actor pooling? Fill me in on the short description. I don't know if I'd use it, but it sounds cool. I'm not playing Tarkov for a long time. I don't think so. I think if I were to play an extraction shooter right now, I would probably just pick up Arc Raiders, to be honest. I'd probably pick up Arc Raiders and play that. Seems more like my jam. Don't like the game? For 1.0, I think it's fucking whatever. Pooling actors for network gameplay, you could do it easily in offline games, but for you use multiplayer, there's a lot more complexity involved with it. I could see that being problematic. So does the pooling system make it so any actor that's active in the pool becomes replicated and the other ones are not replicated, or? Yeah, I know what you mean by pooling. Yeah, yeah. I don't do enough of it. Although we did start using it in Suit for Hire. Or wait, did we? Yeah, we did. We started pooling the UI elements, the widgets. They're all replicated, but the ones in the pool are dormant. Ah, I see. I still got to figure out dormancy. I still don't 100% understand how it functions. Old man already forgot Suit for Hire? No, I don't forget about it. I still have to release the update. That's with the photo mode and shit. Yeah. Why does this have 3 clown emojis? Why does it have 3 clown emojis? I gotta skip this music. I'm going fucking crazy. Oh, Balatro? Great. Let's go really crazy. Let's get real crazy with it. Yeah, I don't have any uses for it at the moment that I can think of. I guess a pooling system could be like items, but like either way, I think I'm gonna have to spawn all the items anyways all at once. But maybe in the future. Like I don't know if I have any use for it right now that I could think of. But it sounds neat. How does it work? Like how do I as a developer interface with the pooling plugin that you're creating? Is it a list of objects and then it just handles the objects, or I would assume it would handle a list of actors, because I don't think objects have replication built in or whatever. How many copies of Word did I sell? I don't like saying the numbers. It sold well though. It sold well for a first release game. Let's just say I don't need to make a Reddit post talking about how it didn't sell and then put the link in hoping that I get a few more sales. Let's say I don't need to do that. I don't need to make a Reddit post on r/gamedev to attempt to swindle more money. A lot? You just bought a second and third house with the money? Okay, it's not enough to buy a house. It's not enough to buy a house. At least here in Canada. Or in Ontario, at least. Unless it's like a dinky house that has like, I don't know, termites or something. Not enough to buy a third house. Not enough to buy a house. Chat, come on. Chat. This is somewhat accurate, I guess. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. How does it get the units sold? Random ass number out of nowhere? Time to start a Kickstarter for a non-existent survival game to get the house. Ideally, you'd add a component or implement an interface on the actor and then hook into certain events for spawning the world. So you're setting up the actor and its components to basically go through a reset process with consistent hooks and events. Interesting. How many years did I spend on Suit for Hire? Too many, man. Like 5 or 6. Don't they have that basic math thing where you get the amount of reviews multiplied by 37? I just don't know if that's a good, like, doing that calculation is not enough, I think. Unless you somehow, in the calculation, take into account the price of the game, and then you have, like, a curve that defines, like, what are the chances that someone puts in a review based on the price of the game or whatever. Do you think people that... I feel like if a game costs more, people might be more inclined to put in a review, or would it be the other way? But then there's also the psychology aspect of people don't necessarily put in a review unless the game is like really good or really bad. Usually people would be inclined to put in a review when the game is bad rather than the game is good. Unless Steam does a thing like they did, apparently, where they rewarded people for putting in a review. When the game's really good, I get hooked and forget to add a review. I think I've only like reviewed 2 games in my entire life. I've never like actually like gone out of my way to do all that shit. What's lossless, by the way, on Spotify? You can change your setting to get lossless quality. Who did the logo for Sue for Hire? I did the logo. In terms of the thumbnail, that's a buddy of mine did the thumbnail art. I made the logo though. One of the talks I watched brought up a good point that it depends on the type of genre a lot of times. People in niche genres like 4X and visual novels are more likely to review. Well, there you go. Even the genre changes the thing. Pro at UX, UI/UX? No, I'm not that good. I'm not that good. If you were to ask me to make like a different art style of UI stuff, I wouldn't be able I don't think I'd be able to do it. All right, let's get to work. Wait, we are working. We're working on the stamina. Very good. Okay, so now that we have the stamina decrementing, we need to, over time, bring the stamina back. So I guess when we're walking, we'd want to bring the stamina back. But we'd probably want a delay of bringing the stamina back. Yeah. Did you get to check out my website? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did, y'all. It had a kind of classic-ish style to it. I think you DM'd me on Discord, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I remember. So I can add in the system to re-add the stamina. The problem is if someone is holding shift and then the stamina regenerates, they'll instantly eat that stamina. So I don't know if we should release the sprint key or whatever. And then in here, we'll add the stamina. But I want to delay when we add the stamina. I don't want to instantly add on the stamina. We'll make it so the stamina regenerates slightly slower than when you add stamina. And then maybe we'll do some stuff where it's like if you're standing still, then maybe... See, like right here, it regenerates instantly, whereas I think I'd want like a delay. See, I can keep sprinting because it's going flip-flopping between 0 and 0.0667. So we need to be sure that we cannot flip-flop between the two. So maybe we get a timestamp. We keep track of a timestamp of when we ran out of stamina. That's what I'm thinking, hard to port. Maybe we think like once you regenerate to a certain amount, then we can allow sprinting to reoccur. Let's do that. What should we call that? Tired? Tired state? Exhausted. Yes. Exhausted timestamp. Okay. If exhausted is more than 0, we'll assume 0 is not exhausted. If the exhausted timestamp is more than 0, and that's true, and stamina is currently equal or more than or equal to 10. So once you reach 10, we remove the exhausted state. Then we shall set exhausted to 0, and 0 means we are no longer exhausted. This is all being done on client side, which is not great, but also don't care. I could probably put this on server side, but I don't entirely know how to. I know you can bind the variable, but I don't know how to I don't know how to do it, so I don't know. Something to learn, I guess. So we reset the exhausted timestamp, but then when we reduce stamina, what we can do from here is we can check, is the stamina less than or equal to 0? If it is, let's go ahead and set the exhausted timestamp to close the Arc Raiders tab on the background, dude. No, it's the music, man. What do you want from me? I'm not playing the game. I don't even have the game. Timestamp, get world. Wait, timestamp? Get time in, get game time in seconds. I wonder if get elapsed time since spawn. I think that might be a better one to use than get game time in seconds. It, however, does not. That being said, I don't think we're ever going to do any time dilation stuff, so it doesn't matter. Let's just do this. Get elapsed time since spawn. That will become our exhausted timestamp. We just have to be sure that we reuse this variable properly. So elapsed time since spawn. We set the exhausted timestamp. Okay. Exhausted timestamp. We have to check that it is not it equals 0. If it is equal to 0, then that means we are not exhausted. The beauty of this is I could technically give, if I do end up using this third-person movement component on a non-player, like an enemy or monster, which I think it would be nice to be able to reuse this. We could give monsters stamina as well. Do we need a specific time? We use the timer. Maybe we don't need a timestamp now I'm thinking about it. I'm not actually using the time in here. Whatever. We'll keep it. It's like a Boolean, but it has a time stamp associated to it. Okay, 10 might not be enough. Let's do 20. Okay. Maybe even 25. I don't know. We'll see. We have to fuck around with this a little bit. That being said, us re-adding the stamina is a little quick. Any tips for designing a logo for a game? I don't know, man. I feel like you'd be asking the wrong guy for this. Oh, shit. Crouching does not regenerate our stamina. Okay, we got the basics of the system in, though. Very cool. Very cool. Only problem is this no longer gets called when we are crouched, which really sucks. So let's go ahead and put it in. Let's put it in here. Movement stuff. Woohoo! Woohoo! Just make a gas gameplay effect. No, don't remind me about gas. Okay, so that works on server. Great. Does it work on clients? This is technically a client-side thing. Yep. Cool. It works. Testing with 2 clients? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we test with 2 and 1 server. It's the best way to get all of the fuckery out of the way. Let's test client 2 real quick. I'm pretty sure it should work. It's all fucking local anyways. Now, the worry about this is that you can cheat it. It can be cheated because it is client side. But alas, it is what it is. We have the system there in place, though. Very good. So, very good. Now, in our task list, we said this needs to be a replicator variable. The beauty is it's local. So we have a stamina variable. I'm sure I could find a way to make it not client side. But who gives a fuck? Whatever, man. Whatever. Disable sprinting without running out of stamina. Very good. We got 2 of those tasks done. Now we just need a bar on the HUD. I feel like the stamina should only appear if you are actually using the stamina or if it is currently regenerating. Might not be a bad idea for the timestamp stuff. You could probably use the timestamp as a way of doing a bunch of anti-cheat. I'm sure, for sure, you could definitely use that as a thing. But I just don't know if I care enough. You know what I mean? Should we waste our time trying to anti-cheatify this? Like, sure, we might have public lobbies, maybe. I'll find a way of doing it. There is this whole binding Boolean thing, and there's something in here that allows you to do some validation. So I don't know how these work. But yeah. Exactly, Max. It's a game between friends, ideally, right? So it's like, if one of your friends is cheating, they're a loser, and you're welcome. I showed you that they're a loser. And now you can unfriend them. You're welcome. You're welcome. You can thank me by buying another copy of my game. I'm thinning out the weeds. You know what I mean? Weeding out the bad actors. Imagine cheating in a friendslop game. Of all game genres, a friendslop game. So now all we need to do is whenever we add or reduce stamina, we would just tell the HUD, hey, here's what our number is. What you got for me? Walling and repo? Like, imagine, dude. There's no, like, element in those games that would... Like, I could see the only game someone could, like, cheat in, and I somewhat understand it, even though I don't understand it, is Peak. Because I think Peak has a leaderboard, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I agree, yeah. That's probably as far as I need to go, is some very base level of security, which, by the way, I think Steam Core already handles for us anyways. Does Peak have a leaderboard? I think it has a friends leaderboard. Working on a game balance task, and it feels like the previous guy vibe balanced the values just by looking at a number. That's me. That's me. How'd you come up with this number? Vibes. I just guessed it. Steam does player data. What I'm referring to is session data. That is something I'm gonna have to figure out, is make sure like that people can't join lobbies that are like friends only and whatnot. That's definitely gonna be like a factor. Okay, let's update the HUD. First, we need to add it to the HUD. I think to make it so that, okay, here's what we need to do. We're not going to put it in the movement component. And the reasoning for that is if I were to, in theory, start using this for non-player characters, the non-player characters don't need a HUD. And additionally, that would require a cast to a HUD element. So we're actually going to do it on the character in the event tick in the character. Yes, I'm doing it on event tick. Unless it's in the HUD. Yeah, I'm doing it on event tick. You kidding me? Yeah, hell yeah, I am. It's got to interpolate. What do you want from me? I also, oh, you know what? I think I did want a time. I think we do want to use the timestamp because when we get exhausted, I don't want it to re-add the stamina for a period of time until we've exceeded the timestamp. Exhausted timestamp. Hold on, I gotta remember how to do this. If the timestamp get elapsed time since spawn, exhausted timestamp, let's do plus 3 seconds. World's most complicated stamina system? It's not even that complicated. Most complicated stamina system? Are you kidding me? It's not even that complicated. I haven't even taken into account if you're carrying something or whatever yet. If the exhausted timestamp and the elapsed time since spawn, we need to check that the elapsed time since spawn is more than the exhausted timestamp, which is forward thinking. Okay, good. We got it. If true, add the stamina. There we go. You see that? There's a little short 3 seconds where you don't regenerate stamina. Now, that does mean, however, so this kind of sucks because now we have the system where it just completely cuts off the stamina and you can't use it until 25. So I think we change this. Instead of it being more than or equal to 25, let's do 15. Because now we've adjusted the system a little bit. Hell, we could probably remove the 15 thing because, like, you're already exhausted. Now there's, like, 2 exhaustion systems at play here. I think that's okay, though. Yatta! What? I love throwing things around and hearing the sound effects. I don't know, there's just something so... Hearing the dragging sounds. Now we just need a rolling sound. I can't wait to get a metal pipe in this game, man. Dude! Dong, 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 dong. It's gonna be so great, dude. Oh, dude, hell yeah. Alright, get this on the HUD. Get this on the HUD. To be fair, removing the 15% thing could be nice. I think we're probably going to adjust it, I think. Yeah. Like, either I remove it or we adjust the value a little bit. Yeah. We'll see what we end up doing. What's this YouTube link? Random YouTube link? Dude, you were about to make me play that on full volume? Thank goodness YouTube didn't autoplay that. Oh, do I have any plans to use mass NPCs for my game? Probably not, because we're not going to have like that many monsters at play, thankfully. So I don't think it will be necessary. Like at most, I think we'd have like 5 enemies on in a level. 5, 6. Like max, I think. on like highest difficulty, maybe like 8 enemies. But the thing is, those 8 enemies would probably, like, depending on their distance of any player, will probably, like, make their replication a lot simpler, or will simplify their movement component. You know what I mean? Like, we can do a lot of that kind of stuff. You know? I think that's something we'll probably end up doing. Time to learn ECS to handle those 5 enemies? Yeah, it's not happening. That's not happening. That's not happening. We already got to deal with figuring out, making sure, like, pathfinding is going to work properly. I don't even know what ECS is. Entity Component System? Like, isn't all of Unreal technically just ECS? Like, what is ECS? What is at its core, in one sentence, ECS? What is it? Elevator pitch it to me. I need to delete the print string. It's pissing me off. Goodbye. So now we need to get this hooked up to our HUD. Let's get it hooked up to our HUD, which is on the player controller. Yeah. Which is then over here inside of a different folder because I forgot where it was. Where are you? Here you are. Player HUD. Giant for loop over every system where it messes with components on an entity, and that's ECS. Huh? Is a data-oriented architecture where entities are unique IDs, components hold pure data, and systems operate on groups of components to drive behavior efficiently. Yep. I still don't get it. Like, I don't get, like, the... Yep. You know, yep. Yep. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. What the fuck? Oh, I put it in the crosshair. Well, I'm sorry. My bad. This is a really bad structure for a HUD because I'm putting everything as padding, which is not very good, I gotta say. Not very good. There's no way padding backfires in the future. Like, I think a bottom padding should be fine, but it's not exactly the best way of doing it. There's better ways of doing this, of course. I'm in the wrong thing. Yes. Fill from center? No, fill from center horizontally. Sorry, that was me, my bad. What? I love that they added these settings, by the way. Fill from center and shit. Oh my god. Fill from center horizontally. Oh my god. Oh my god. Some sick new UI stuff, TBH. It's so good, man. I love it. I was the one that literally added them. These? Fill from center horizontal? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell to the... Yes. I can get into the commits if you want to see the proof. Don't worry. I'll take your word for it. Oh, don't you worry. I'll take your word for it. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's okay. Stamina bar. Boing. Work on UE? I'm pretty sure y'all probably just did a pull request or something. Okay, so now we got to hook up the thing to the movement component and update it on tick. And we have a pawn reference, so that's pretty good. So what we could do in theory is just get movement component, get stamina, get max stamina, divide the, is it current value divided by max? 25. Yes. Sometimes I forget these things. I'm not that smart. I'm pretty stupid, actually. Krim, when will I enlighten myself with a custom engine? I think the only time, I'm going to be honest, I think the only time I would enlighten myself working on my own thing or working Godot or switching engine would be if I had like the financial means to do so without any worry. Am I going to increase the stamina depletion rate? Yes, probably, Fatalist. Yes, I think so. But, yeah. 1 hour free work just writing numbers on an Excel. Hell yes! The magic numbers. The magic numbers. How does all that work? It has to be such a hard process going through all the PRs and figuring out what you actually want to add in the next version. I don't know, man. There's probably some people that manage all of it. It'll vary. Don't get me wrong. Unreal has its issues, but I don't know if I can warrant like switching, to be honest. Like there's so many things I'd have to learn switching to something else. So many things I have to learn. I don't have those skills. I just don't have those skills. I don't got the brains for it. Realistically, I just don't have the brains for it. My percent bar is not changing. What do you mean it's not changing? Oh, shit. There's a damn branch in the way. Stamina bar. Stamina bar. Wait, why did it suddenly go slower? Do you guys see that? Wait, why did it deplete so fast? Wait, it depleted so fast and then it depleted less? Wait. Do you guys see that? Am I going crazy? Wait, it depleted so fast on start. wait, why? Why did it deplete so much faster on start? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I don't know. Anyways, whatever, it works. We need to put in a system that shows you that you're exhausted. The music's getting... The music's getting pretty spooky. I gotta say, it's getting pretty spooky. When we get exhausted, do we want to send a call? Sure. Let's do an event dispatcher. Exhausted begin. Exhausted end. Are event dispatchers a good thing to use in multiplayer? Is there any rules behind event dispatchers in multiplayer, or is it okay to use? What's the general consensus about an event dispatcher? Is it okay? Well, obviously it's okay to use on local, but what's the general consensus when it comes to multiplayer usage? Event dispatchers are fine? Okay. There's nothing like special weird about them. I use gameplay events. All right, listen here, asshole. Bind. Begin. Bind end. Just know the context you're calling them in for multiplayer, like everything else, right? Of course. Okay, UI end exhaustion. I spelt that wrong. What the hell's wrong with me? Hello? Exhaustion. Aha. I don't know why the sprinting on start is like multiplied. I have no idea. Maybe the background should be kind of red as well. Maybe not. Maybe no. I'm too fucking lazy to do this whole shit where you have to like... You have to get into the struct and then get the specific value in the struct and then set the struct. Like, I can't be asked right now. Can't you set like a tint on the entire, like entire widget? I swear you can set the tint. Come on. There's got to be a lazy way to do this. Set color. Hold on. Ah, whatever. Ah, whatever. Just don't get exhausted. Don't run out of stamina. Whatever you do, do not run out of stamina. It's not good for you. Use a retainer box that has a material slot. Now you're thinking, but I'm too lazy to do that. What if you run what if when you run out of stamina you have a heart attack and then you die? Hey, that's a great idea. Put that in your game. Yeah, that's gonna go. Ah! Okay, so I would say when we don't use stamina for... I don't know. Let's say we don't use stamina for 5 seconds, we disappear the stamina. What about double layer of stamina? So when he goes to 0, it changes to extreme red stamina, and then you have a heart attack if you overexert that. Double exhausted. Your character falls to the ground and goes unconscious. Then you gotta drag your friend. We gotta figure out dragging other players. That's gonna have to be a whole development arc. All right, chat. Wait, no. We're gonna do one more thing. I want to make it so the bar disappears when it's not in use anymore. We could use another timestamp again. Dragging someone in multiplayer sounds like a trip to development hell. Yep. You're telling me. I have no idea how we're going to do that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in repo the only way you can drag someone around is they're in like a ragdoll state. Yeah. Make the camera be able to free look to avoid motion sickness. The drag and the player, they only affect the location of the camera. Is that how, I have a feeling that's how it works in repo, right? Right? Is that not how it works in repo? Like you just get dragged around, but you can still like look around completely freely. I wonder if we could use the physics handle for that. I wonder if we could use the physics handle for that. Can you imagine using the physics handle on another player? I have no friends, so I never played Repo. This really is like the worst game I'm developing, huh? Well, I am going to try to make it single player friendly as well, though, so I guess that's not entirely true. Okay, I would like to put in a system to make the stamina bar disappear. So I guess what we could do is check is if the stamina and the max stamina is equal to each other, and we can start a timer. I guess we could just do a timer rather than a timestamp. We don't really need a timestamp. Oh, I'll just set a timer. Yeah, why not? If stamina is equal to max stamina and timer does not exist, or hide stamina bar, we'll do what, 3 seconds? Hide stamina bar. But what if it is not equal to the max stamina and we are using our stamina? We want to clear the timer. But then I have this function call here. Damn it. A branch inside of a branch, such is the life. Sometimes shit just has to happen. How you doing, Knight? Watching your game over the years has been both fun and inspiring. Hey, hell yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that is the case, even though I can be extremely unhinged and procrastinate like 99% of the time. Hey, peace out, Sniper. Have a good one. Okay, let's make a very short animation for this. Hide stamina bar. What? Name is already in use. Mother. Hide stamina bar and him. Yeah, okay, that's the right one. Just making sure that that's the right one. Hide stamina bar, but we want to play it in reverse here if you clear it. Would this mean that I'd be playing it constantly? I don't know. Let's find out. Yep. Yes. As a matter of fact, yes. That would be the case. If render opacity does not equal 1, go ahead and play the animation reverse. Wait. And I think so. How you doing, Tallow? How you doing, man? I just noticed something. We had a 3-second delay on startup when we were sprinting. Oh, okay. I don't think... Okay, it's a bug, but I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue because it waits 3 seconds on the startup of the game before the stamina regenerates properly. That's... We'll just leave that in. It's not that... Listen, it's not that big of a deal. It's fine. Just a little tiny little mini bug. Fun bug, you know? Let's see. Does the stamina disappear? Yes. When we run again, it reappears. Nice. Very good. Look at that. Look at that. Minimal UI. Minimal UI. Hell yeah. Minimal UI. Yeah, I'm a bit of a game dev. Oh, what the hell? What happened? Like randomly appeared when I didn't sprint. One thing that does suck is that is going to be in front, but not as whatever, who cares. Yeah, it like randomly appeared. It is constantly playing it in reverse. Is animation playing forward? And the render opacity is not equal to 0. Is not equal to 1. Oh, it's constantly playing hide stamina bar. Um... Oh, it does not equal 0. Should be the actual number I sent there. More than 0. Ah, come on, man. Whatever. Stamina bar hidden. Okay. Which honestly, I could probably put in here as well and check if it's hidden rather than using this. All right. 5 push-ups. What the hell? Man, what the hell? They're 2 separate functions? No, they're not. They're... Ugh. It's a variable and a function. Okay? 8 years, almost 9 years follow age. That's crazy. Straight up faking the push-ups. I did not fake them. I did not. Someone, mods, shoot that guy. Spreading heresy. Oh, God, oh. Dude, that's crazy. Crimsoon, I'll have known you longer than my parents were married. Sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's crazy. Another green checkbox with a green square rounded rectangle. Dude, that's fucking sick. I love that green tint, which I actually don't know if that's is dark mode causing that to be different, but I love that color. I just now we got 2 completed tasks. Dude, hell yeah. Dude, hell yeah. Look at that. Stamina system is in. Although it's not 100% complete. It's technically not 100% complete. It's technically not 100% complete. Because we have to make it so when you're grabbing things, then it uses up some of the stamina. And then I think what I would want to do is when you jump, we make it so stamina doesn't regenerate when you're in the air. But we'll make those separate tasks. Hooray. We did it. Well, I used to be a gaming streamer. We played Apex Legends, we played Fortnite, we played Counter-Strike on stream for a while. The OGs who probably don't even follow my stream anymore. This was literally my first few streams was me playing RuneScape 2 back in the day. RuneScape back in the day. Oh yeah, on my laptop. Oh, it's fucking awful, dude. Ah, yes, I remember that. None of you remember that. Don't lie. I've seen you boot up OSRS? No, I'm not talking about OSRS. I'm talking about RS2. I'm talking about RuneScape 2, brother. The early-ass Ronin streams? Ah, yes, Ronin. Ronin, what a lie. What a lie of a project. They're not even real. I don't even know if I still have the... No, I do. I have the whole folder and everything. In fact, this... Some might remember, chat, we made these grates. We made a trim sheet for this shit on stream, and now here I am using it something 8 years later. Yeah. I remember Ronin, and then the starter suit for hire as Thin Wick. Oh my god, Thin Wick. I was one of the 5 people that played Ronin, and I reported bugs, and they were never fixed. That's a lie. This guy's spreading fucking blasphemy. This motherfucker's spreading blasphemy. What the hell? Grim, did you ever fix the clipping bug I made when you dashed into the floor? I don't know. I don't remember those things. I don't remember. Okay, when you're standing up and down, by the way, it... I don't know if you guys noticed that. Do you guys see it freaking out? We may have some things to fix there. Do you have a flashlight yet? Can't see shit? No, not yet. Not yet. No. The game's coming together, guys. Coming together. We got a stamina system. We got a fuse box that doesn't actually do anything yet. We got a fucking valve that's kind of buggy. Can you Gears mod and fly yourself? No, you can't. Yet. I'm cooking. What the? Yeah, spinning that thing is a little buggy, but it's okay.
Poggies.
Poggies? What the hell? Maverick, thank you for the prime. Almost a year. Holy moly. Holy moly. How many games am I doing at the same time? Currently, just this one. Currently, just this one. I was going to actually work on 2 games at once, but then I was like, you know what? I actually think I would prefer just working on this game. This made me laugh. Unreal Engine 5 subreddit. Nanite and Lumen really make my game indistinguishable. He's a dog with a C4. Yep, that's a video game, all right. I can't tell if it's high-key delusional or an excellent meme. It's an excellent. I gotta say, it's excellent. It's peak. One could say peak meme. I think the joke is that they're not using it, or maybe they are, which then it is delusional or unironic. I don't think I'd play. Probably not my type of game, but to be fair, the only game I play is Deadlock, so I think I have a mental issue, to be honest. Only game I've been playing right now is Deadlock, so I'm honestly not the best example of a gamer. Ugh. Is GMC a third-party plugin or engine source? Third-party. Since you played Deadlock, would you qualify for a disabled dev grant? That's fucking wild. That's crazy you'd say. That is crazy you would say that. Disabled dev grant. I don't know. Does being addicted to a MOBA be considered? Yeah, probably, I guess. That's fucking funny, dude. I made Mo and Krill. Oh my god, just take the money. Holy shit. Just take them. Here's the grant. Here's 50K. You play Mo and Krill. Yeah, I play in Furnace. Here's 100K. Here's 100K. There's 2 trains. This is the randomly generated train, which is just used for testing. This is the randomly generated train. This is what we're actually going to be using in the game. It's just we have to, you know, work on it. That's why there's like no lights inside of it and stuff, because it's like, I don't fully know how we're going to structure this just yet. I think instead of us generating and just using static meshes, I think we're going to use level instances, because then at least with the level instance, I can put in lights in there and stuff like that. I just don't know how to spawn level instances yet. Or if I even can. I don't even know if that's technologically possible. Technologically? Okay. Anyways, I'm done the stream, I think. Stamina system in. Exhaustion. We got it on the HUD. It disappears when it's no longer needed. We're fucking cooking. This video game's come together. Now we just need monsters, progression, health bar, items. It's just basically the whole video game. We're getting there though. We are getting there. We're getting there. Yeah. There's still that bug that's like double stamina. I don't know. We don't talk about it. Good progress for the video game that no longer doesn't feel like a video game yet, but it is slowly feeling like a video game. Copium. Tomorrow we shall work on. Let's work on getting some green again. Maybe a health system tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Health system tomorrow, maybe? Question mark? Yeah, possibly. Maybe toilet clog? Maybe toilet clog. Maybe, possibly. What's in fault/maintenance system? UI to show when faults are occurring. Train health variable. Oh, usable and equipable items. We should probably get to that too. Shit. Fuel system. We need to work on that too. There's a lot to work on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow, I think. Am I doing anything tomorrow? Is there anything going on? Yeah. Cool. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for that. Bye. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah. How about underworking? There's an underworking emote? Let me know next stream. I'll enable it. Okay. Peace out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for dropping by. Lurking, chatting, sticking around. I'll see you then.